In this video, we're going to be talking about using the distributive property to solve equations. So what you're going to do is use the distributive property to first of all get rid of the parentheses. And we'll do a few examples of those on the questions here, so you'll see what that looks like. And then it's going to make a two-step equation, which we've done before. So after you've done the distributive property, you're just going to solve that two-step equation. All right, so here's our first one. 7 times n plus 6 equals 28. So we're going to do 7 times n and 7 times 6 first. All right, so 7 times n is 7n. 7 times 6 is a positive 42, so plus 42, and that equals 28. So we rewrote this, and now you can see a two-step equation that hopefully looks familiar from the previous lessons. All right, so we're going to get that n by itself, so we have to get rid of that plus 42 first. So that means we are going to subtract 42, both sides, bring down that 7n. 28 minus 42 is a negative 14. Divide both sides by 7 to get rid of that 7, and n equals negative 2. So our next one, we have negative 6 times 4x plus 7 equals 54. So we're going to do negative 6 times 4x, and we're going to do negative 6 times 7. So negative 6 times 4x, that is negative 24x, and then negative 6 times 7 is a negative 42. So minus 42 equals 54. All right, so we're going to get rid of that 42 first. So since it says minus 42, we're going to add 42 both sides. So we have negative 24x equals 96 on this side. And to get rid of that negative 24, we're going to divide it to bring it over. And we have x equals negative 4. All right, so a distributive property again, we have 8 times negative 2g, 8 times negative 9. Remember to bring down that minus sign as a negative. And so we have negative 16g, and we have 8 times negative 9 is negative 72, so minus 72 equals negative 24. Okay, so we're going to add 72 to both sides. Bring down that negative 16g. Negative 24 plus 72, that is a 48. And then we're going to divide both sides by negative 16 to bring that negative 16 over, and that is going to give us negative 3. And last example question, we have our distributive on the right side this time, but we still do the same steps. So negative 5 times negative 3w, and then negative 5 times negative 2. So negative 5 times negative 3w, this is a positive 15w. And then negative 5 times negative 2, that is a positive 10. Now, I am going to, just because I've already used up all this space on the left for that part, I'm going to go ahead and rewrite it with the equals 70 on the other side. That is perfectly fine to do that. That is that commutative property where you can switch them around, so it's okay that we do that. So we're going to get rid of this plus 10, so we're going to subtract 10 both sides. Bring down that 15w. And then we have 70 minus 10 is 60. Divide both sides by 15. And we have w equals 4. All right, so there are 6 practice questions. But for the sake of having room to write these ones, since I do take a little bit more space on my end, I've split them up into 3 different pages. So try these 2. Pause the video now, try these 2, unpause it when you're done, and we'll do them 2 at a time for the 6 questions. All right, so this first one we're going to do negative 6 times 4n, and then negative 6 times a negative 5. So negative 6 times 4n, this is negative 24n. Negative 6 times negative 5, that is a positive 30. And then bring down that negative 90. All right, so we are going to subtract 30 both sides to bring that over. So we have negative 24n and negative 90 minus 30. So we're going back into the whole even more away from 0. So that is negative 120. And then we're going to divide both sides by negative 24. So we have n equals 5. Okay, so on this one, again, because the distributive is on the right, I'm going to take care of that, and I'm actually going to flip it over to the left. If you want it on the right still, that's fine. You can write 78 equals and then bring that down on the left side. But I'm going to go ahead and move this over to the left. So we have 2 times negative 6a, and we have 2 times negative 3. So 2 times negative 6a is negative 12a. 2 times negative 3 is a negative 6, so minus 6. And this equals 78. So we're going to do plus 6 both sides. So we have negative 12a, and then 78 plus 6, that is 84. Divide both sides by negative 12. And we have a equals negative 7. All right, so hopefully you did well on these two. Let's go ahead and try 2 more. So again, pause the video, try these on your own. When you're done, unpause it and listen to the steps that I did. All right, so we have 9 times w, and then 9 times negative 38. So 9 times w is just 9w. 9 times negative 38 is a negative 342. And then we have equals 144. So we're going to subtract, or it says subtract, or minus 342, so we're going to add 342, both sides. So we have 9w, and 144 plus 342 is 86. And then we're going to divide both sides by 9, and we have w equals 54. All right, so the next one we have negative 5 times negative 2, and we have negative 5 times negative 3k. So negative 5 times negative 2, this is a positive 10. And we have negative 5 times negative 3, that is a positive 15, so plus 15k. And this equals negative 65. All right, so to bring that 10 over, it is a positive 10. I know it's positive because in front of there is no sign. So I'm going to subtract 10 to bring it over. So we have 15k, and negative 65 minus 10 gives us negative 75. Divide both sides by 15 to bring the 15 over. And then we get k equals negative 5. All right, so hopefully you got these 2 right. Give yourself a challenge. We got 2 more to go. If you weren't quite getting those right, go back and watch them one more time before you try these last 2. All right, here we go. Negative 5 times 3 and negative 5 times 6m. So negative 5 times 3 is negative 15. Negative 5 times 6 is a negative 30, so minus 30m equals 75. Okay, so it's a minus 15 right now, so we're going to add 15 both sides to bring it over. And bring down, remember, bring down this minus sign as a negative. And then 75 plus 15, this is 90. So we're going to divide both sides by negative 30 to bring that over. And that means that m equals negative 3. And our last one, we have negative 2 times 4 and negative 2 times negative 5x. Okay, so then we have negative 2 times 4 is negative 8. Negative 2 times negative 5, that is a positive 10, so plus 10x. And that equals negative 68. So that's a minus or a negative 8 right now, so we're going to add the 8 to the other side. Bring down that 10x. Negative 68 plus 8, so we're going towards 0. Or another way to think of it is you have 8 positives, 68 negatives, and you have 60 negatives left over. Divide both sides by 10. and we have x equals -6. Alright, this was a longer video, but it had extra questions in there for you to try. So hopefully you got them all down. If you need to rewatch it one more time, make sure you got it whatever you need. But otherwise, this is the end of the video. So thank you for watching.